5 weather with meteorologist Alan Shoemaker.
Hey, the cold front did make it, so I'm smiling today. I didn't have to cry like I said a couple days ago. I said if the cold front didn't make it, I'd have to cry on TV, so you don't have to witness that sad man cry. That's me. But we do have a cold front, which made it in quite early for the season. I showed you this graphic maybe a couple times over the last few days, but when I went back last year and made this graphic, we looked back 25 years or so, back to 1994, and the earliest cold front making it through the valley during that time period made it in on September 5th, 2011. I think we had a record low that day. The latest we had to wait over the last 25 years or so, October 22nd, and the average date of the first cold front, September 28th. So we beat the average by a good stretch. In fact, looking at that 25 years, this now, 26 years or so, would be the second earliest cold front, right behind 2011 for making it here. So it is kind of rare to get a cold front in the valley, so you probably should get out safely if you can and maybe take in at least a little bit of the cool weather today. Here our current temperatures is in the 70s most everywhere, a few spots in the low 80s once you get near the coast, but 82 in Brownsville, only 67 in Starr County right now, Rio Grande City in the upper 60s. And with the clouds around today, it's going to be hard to warm up a lot. I think we could be right around the upper 70s and maybe lower 80s in spots today. You look at the wind flow, it's all from the northwest, but not a strong wind. It's, you know, this time of year, you don't get these strong fronts blowing through the valley. It's still summer, so when one comes through here, usually it's fairly weak. We're not going to see the ones come through with, you know, the super cold temperatures and massive wind gusts over 30 or 40 miles per hour, but just a nice cool down and a light breeze out there. And this afternoon, looking for highs again, mostly upper 70s, lower 80s. Some spots the clouds may thin out a little bit, so if you get a few sun breaks there, it might pop temperatures into the low 80s. But I think a lot of the afternoon kind of spent roughly near the 80-degree mark for highs. Cooler the farther west you are, though, into the cooler air in Starr County. Probably won't get out of the 70s. But today, the clouds around may have some showers there at times, and I don't think we'll see a lot of widespread rain, though. So if you are outdoors, probably will stay dry most of the time. There's the cold front on the map. It's pretty much clear nearly the entire state right now, kind of right on top of Houston. But you see temperatures behind it are chilly. It's only 64 in Laredo. You have any friends in Laredo? They may not even get above 70 today. It's even 64 across the border in Monterey right now. So there is some serious cool air for this time of year on the map. And then even farther to the north, temperatures haven't recovered much. Remember yesterday we showed you all the cold air around Lubbock and Amarillo. It's still in the 40s in Lubbock. So I noticed driving into work today, a lot of people out running, which usually on a summer day, you don't see too many people out in the hot temperatures running. But more people out there today enjoying the cool weather. So if you can get out and enjoy the weather safely, like by yourself on the running trail there, feel free to do so. There could be a couple rain showers around, but I think most places will probably be dry the majority of the afternoon. I think the best chance of showers right near the coast, closer to where the front is. But later tonight, we could see some temperatures dip into the upper 60s. We saw that this morning in some areas of Hidalgo and Starr counties, but lows generally near 70 tonight, maybe a little cooler in some areas, especially off to the west, but one of the cooler nights you may see for a while again. Now, the cold front is offshore. You notice the flow of moisture coming up over it. The cooler winds at the surface are coming in from the northwest, but you get a little higher up in the atmosphere, a couple thousand feet up or so, and once you do that, then the wind flow kind of comes back in from the southeast over top of that front, and that could create a couple showers around at times, especially I think along the coast, maybe even a weak storm or two. But you see there's barely anything out there right now. A couple of little showers trying to come into eastern Cameron County, but nothing heavy. And Future Track does show mainly clouds around today. Again, there may be a shower or a weak storm, but most of the time I think it's going to be dry. If things do flare up again this afternoon, it's probably closer to the front in Cameron and Woolsey County as the map shows. And then by tonight, clouds around and maybe a shower or two, but most of the time dry and cool. And then tomorrow, I think we'll still see the cool air kind of hang on, but not in full force. So we should make it back into the 80s everywhere, and there may be a shower or two or even a weak storm popping up. But rain chances tomorrow, we're talking maybe 20 or 30%. So we'll get into your weekend and the front next week that's coming in more detail later on this hour. But you see in your first 1-5 AccuWeather 7-day forecast, back up to 86 tomorrow, 90s over the weekend, plenty of heat and humidity for Saturday. Rain chances could start to increase sometime late Sunday or Sunday night going into Monday. We put rain likely on Monday because another cold front is coming through Texas. May not have as much cool air with it, but it should park itself near us on top of the valley, and that could give us a good chance for rain on Monday and slightly cooler weather early next week. So we'll keep tracking those changes ahead this hour in your first 1-5 forecast here on Channel 5 News at noon.